here we are. So the Cinq, as we have seen it in the video, has an amazing location in Paris. It's in the 7th district, 7th area, on the left bank, on the very chic left bank. It's right next to the Invalid Monument. It's literally 2 minutes away and 10 minutes walking from the Eiffel Tower. In that sense, it has really an ideal location for a boutique property in Paris. This, what you can see now is the facade of the property. This is a building dating back from the 30s. It has this typical 30s industrial look with very straight lines, with a lot of angles as well. It's a very design hotel, and it's actually a member of design hotel without any play of words. When I was saying that we are right next to the Invalid, this is a view from one of our signature suites that we will discover in detail a bit later. We are literally 2 minutes walking, which is really ideal. It's like having his own apartment in one of the most sought after Parisian district. A view here of the lobby. From the moment you enter the property, you're taken by the unique style of this hotel. It's definitely modern, of course. Again, here you can see the straight and direct lines taken for the concept. This is a hotel designed by Jean-Philippe Nuel, who also designed the Intercontinental Hotel in Marseille. The choice of color is very interesting. We have the light oak wood, we have these bright colors, quite large volumes, very high ceilings, both in the common spaces and in the rooms. For a very simple reason, it's linked to the origin of the building. As I was saying, it's a building dating back from the 30s, and it was originally a telephone relay. And for this reason, back in the time, so you had this, as a telephone relay, you had all these cables in the ceilings, and these telephone equipments, and you had these famous cable girls who were connecting people who wanted to talk to each other with the phones. And so they needed this space in the ceilings for this equipment. This has been all removed, but we kept this volumes and this volume below the ceilings. We have 67 rooms and suites, including 12 suites. So we are definitely a boutique hotel. In terms of space, for a Parisian hotel, I would say that we have quite good size for the rooms. We start at 220 square feet, which is a good size for Paris. Rooms are definitely modern as the rest of the property. Again, we have this light oak wood everywhere. They are very bright, quite luminous, fully equipped, of course. I mean, all the equipment that you could expect to find in a top 5-star property, from the unlimited internet, the 24 hours room service, and all the services you can expect to find in a top 5-star hotel. Thanks to this ceiling heights, we even have the duplex suite, as the one we can see here on the right. So a lot of volume, very bright, very luminous. Even with the choice of the furniture, they are sometimes quite circular. Here, as we can see on this picture, you almost have the feeling that you're inside of a yacht, inside of a boat, thanks to this choice of furniture. So while being modern, it's also very, it has a very homey feeling and very cozy feeling to it. And this is another view from our signature suite, the Suite Dome. So we have 4 signature suites. One has a view on the side of the Eiffel Tower, but the most iconic one is that one with the view of the Golden Dome on the Invalid. You will understand it. This monument is very close to my heart. Again, it's my favorite Parisian monument. We actually have a few clients coming from the US specifically to book this suite, to make their wedding proposal on the balcony of the suite. So far we have 100% positive feedback on that topic, thankfully. No, it's an ideal spot, and the rooms and suites are beautifully appointed. We of course have to talk about food and gastronomy. We are in France. We all love to eat. We love to drink also, with moderation, but yeah, we like to drink. You will see on this picture our chef, David Marolo. David is a young chef. He has a very international background, and this is something you can definitely see in his cuisine, in the way he selects the ingredients and he selects the meals. He's been working in the US, he's been working in San Francisco, he's been working at the Four Seasons in Palm Beach, he's been working in London, in Paris, he's been working prior to come to the Cinq Codet, he's been working in the Plaza Athénée and the Georges V. So he has this kind of background, this kind of cosmopolitan exposure. And you will see that at the restaurants. You will find fine rare meats from Argentina, you will find fish from Normandy, so quite local, but you will also find also Asian, more specifically Japanese inspiration, specifically with the dish that you see here on the right, which is the king prawn tartare with the soy sauce. It's very good. It's cosmopolitan. It's very refreshing to find this in an establishment of this caliber. This is our main restaurant, the Chiquette. So Chiquette, it's the name of a book written by Louis Codet. So let's remember that we are located on the 5th Rue Codet, which has given his name to the property. It has the same feeling as the rest of the property. Good volumes, very modern, but also thanks to the choice of color and furniture, it has a very homey and cozy feeling to it. With a fireplace in the middle, we can also grab a glass of wine or champagne, depends on your choice, at the bar of the restaurant. And this is our patio, which is the outside pendant of the Cinq Codet. So it's actually quite a unique selling point. It's very specific to us. They have this big patio in the middle of the property, this green oasis, as I like to call it, where we have the restaurant service. We do the brunch on the Sunday morning. We do every day. We do the Japanese barbecue also. So it's a very nice place to gather also in the patio of the hotel. We also have a spa with double treatment room. We have sauna, we have a steam room there. It's a spa with the Softest product. And also we have very nice, so it has its own patio. So I like this picture because it tells a lot about the hotel. It has a mix of this industrial feeling with the product like metals here, and also this kind of looks also like a Japanese garden somehow, but it's amazing. You go there after your treatment, you can enjoy a cup of tea there after your treatment, or a glass of champagne. Also, it depends on your taste here at the property. And of course, what would be Paris without the iconic view on the Eiffel Tower? So Le Cinq Codet, it's definitely a confidential, understated, classy luxury address in the heart of Paris. You're close to everything, to all the iconic monuments in Paris, and it definitely should be in your bucket list next time you come to France. So that's it for the Cinq Codet. We will now go to Normandy and to the Chateau de Rives, which is the second property we will go over today.
Can I say something now, Guillaume?
Of course you can.
Normandy is very close to my heart as a historian and someone that loves history and loves French history. And I say this to everyone without reservation. And I especially say this to all of my American friends, because I'm American. And every American that can should visit the landing beaches in Normandy. It is an extraordinarily moving experience, which is almost impossible to explain, but it is an incredibly humbling experience, and also an experience of gratitude, because when you saw what those kids did to literally save the world, it's amazing. And to be able to stay in this extraordinary castle, minutes from the heart of the landing beaches, it's an exceptional gift. And I've obviously stayed at all of the hotels, but I've stayed at the Chateau d'Audrieux on many occasions. And I'll let Guillaume get on with the presentation. But again, I can't stress how moving an experience to visit the landing beaches and to go to Normandy is. Not to mention the cheese and the Calvados and all of the rest of the stuff. Guillaume, off to you.
Thank you, Mario. This is quite the introduction. Thank you very much, Mario. So we have a second video to show you. So that one is not homemade. It's an institutional video from the property, which tells a lot also about the property and the destination. So we'll let Joyce start the video on that. Thank you. So just a little word about what we have seen about at the end of the video. In French, it's written "Le temps suspend son vol." This is what I said at the end of my homemade video. Time stands still. This is important for us at 2L Collection. 2L Collection is very much inspired by the aviation. Our owner, Lorraine, is a pilot herself. Her late father was a pilot. And when you're flying, and recently I had the beautiful opportunity to fly with her in her own plane. When you're flying, you have this amazing feeling that everything stops. You're in the air, you're flying like a bird somehow, but yeah, everything stops. Time stands still. And this is what we want to have in our property. Everything is tailor-made, everything is done, and it can revolve around the comfort of our guests on property. And this is something that links all the property together. All properties are different, you will see that, but this is something we insist on. We want clients, guests, when they are on property, they enjoy their time, they feel comfortable, they are the master of their own time while they are with us. Time stands still when you stay with us. That is important for us. So without further ado, let's go to Normandy. I will just share my screen to this presentation. Here we go. Here we go. So le Château d'Audrieux, we are part of Codet Chateau. Cinq was part of Design Hotel. Chateau d'Audrieux is part of Codet Chateau. We are one of the oldest members of Codet Chateau in France. This is also property in the collection, which is part of it also. We are one of the oldest members of Codet Chateau. We've been in the program since 1977. The hotel is located in the heart of Normandy. Really. We are right in between Caen and Bayeux. As Mario was saying, we are minutes away from the landing beach. We are 30 minutes away from the landing beach, literally. That you can see here, of course, in the upper right corner of the slide. We are also 1 hour and a half from the Mont Saint-Michel. So two iconic French spots, French high spots that can be discovered during the day. That can be, you can do a combination of trip with the Mont Saint-Michel. But also Normandy is definitely an area of France that you can combine with Paris. I mean, we are 2 hours and a half from Paris, either by train or by car. You can arrive at Caen train station or Caen Airport, which is 20 minutes away from the property. And one other way to reach us would be to organize a helicopter transfer and to land in the garden of the chateau, which is possible also, as we have a long landing strip in the chateau. And should you do that, I promise I will be there to greet you with a glass of champagne. I cannot promise that Mario will be there with me. I hope he will, but
I'll try.
Helicopter and champagne, of course, Mario will try. But yeah, these are the way to reach us. So plenty of things to do and to see around the property. Third highlights from a cultural aspect around the property will be can be found in Bayeux. It's the Bayeux Tapestry. So Bayeux is 50 minutes away from the property, and the Bayeux Tapestry, it's a big part of the French history. The Bayeux Tapestry depicts and describes the adventures and conquests of Guillaume le Conquérant, Guillaume the Conqueror, who was Duke of Normandy, and after the Battle of Hastings in 1091 became King of England when he defeated the Anglo-Saxons. Why do I talk about Guillaume le Conquérant? Not just because he has a beautiful first name, but also because he was the original owner of the domain of Audrieux, of the land of Audrieux. The chateau, the castle itself was built much later in the 17th century, but at first he owned the land. And after the Battle of Hastings, where his cook, Guillaume de Percy, distinguished himself in battle. So this is quite unusual for a cook to find himself in the middle of the heat of battle, but that happened. And the legend says that Guillaume de Percy, so the cook, the personal cook of Guillaume le Conquérant, was swinging his huge casserole above his head and was defeating his enemy with his casserole in the heat of battle anyway. So he was rewarded by Guillaume for his bravery after the battle, and he was gifted the domain of Vaudreuil. And the domain itself remained in the family de Percy until it was purchased by the actual owner. And it was transformed, renovated to be a hotel after 3 years of work and more than €5 million investment to be one of the most luxury property in this little part of Normandy. The chateau is located among a 25-acre park. We have a lot of space around us. And the park, the domain of the hotel, is a very good representation to what Normandy has to offer. So here in this picture, for instance, we can see the typical and the famous Normand apple tree. We make cider out of the apples from the apple tree.
Forget the cider, the Calvados. Both
actually. We have the 100-year-old oak trees also on property. So it's really a good representation to the Norman countryside. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's colorful. We have more than 2 kilometers of alley in total in the garden for the guests to enjoy, to walk around and to discover, yes, the beauty and the calm and the peacefulness of Normandy. In terms of accommodation, we are a small property here also. We have 30 units in total. We have 22 rooms and 8 suites. All being a castle, being a historical property, and actually the property itself is listed among the French historical monuments, protected by the Bâtiment de France. Each room is different from one to another. In terms of color, they come in blue and red. With good size, we start at 300 square feet for the smallest room of the property, good ceiling height also. They are beautifully maintained. They are so nicely arranged. They are fully equipped. Again, fully equipped for 17th century chateau. You have very high-speed internet. You have all the services you can find in a top 5-star hotel. And they are a beautiful representation of what we call in French la vie de château, so the castle life. All rooms and suites, so we're seeing now the dark suite of the property, all rooms and suites have view on the park. They're all very quiet, thanks to the thickness of the wall of the chateau. And this is one of the reasons that we, unfortunately, because of that, we do not have a connecting room. We have a joining room very close to each other, and that can be confirmed and guaranteed at time of reservation, but we cannot really make holes in the thick walls of the chateau. No, they are so nice. And I mean, there's no better feeling than step out of your bathroom in the morning. You wrap yourself in a warm towel and you have a look at the Norman countryside. This is a beautiful property. Really. And this is our unique tree house. This is our own royal suite. So it's a cabane, it's a tree house located on top of the oldest tree on property. That tree is more than 200 years old. That tree house can accommodate up to 2 persons. It's very high, of course, as it is in the trees. It's so cute. It's so nicely arranged with a beautiful terrace. You can have all the services of the hotel here. So of course you can have, for instance, room service on the terrace. You can have breakfast there in the morning. It's such a nice view. It's one of the most romantic spots and one of the nicest areas to have breakfast in the morning in the chateau. Talking about breakfast, let's talk a little bit about the food. This is our restaurant, our main restaurant, restaurant Le Serrant. This is where we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this is our chef, Olivier Barbarin. Olivier described his cuisine as being authentic and generous. I would also say it's a little bit bourgeois, as you can have foie gras, you can have truffle, you can have the turbo fish cooked in champagne. It's so good. It's all the products are fresh. They are all local. Several vegetables are handpicked in our own gardens, and the rest of the products are handpicked in a maximum 70-kilometer radius from the property. So everything is very local from Normandy, and this is very important to our chef. We have our own swimming pool right next to behind the chateau, which is open during the entire opening period of the property. So this year, for obvious reason, the property closed a bit sooner than expected. We closed at the beginning of October. Usually this is a property which is open from March to end of November, beginning of December. And the pool is open all year round, open during the entire opening season. It's heated at 26 Celsius, which is 80 Fahrenheit. And this is needed when you want to enjoy the pool in Normandy, obviously. On the left of this picture, this little house that we see, this is the entrance of our spa by Sotis. So we have a double treatment room there, steam room, sauna, even a fitness center, which is available for our clients. But it's a very nice spot just to lay down by the beach, by the pool, and enjoy the countryside, enjoy the surroundings, and just take your time in the property. The property is so peaceful, it's so beautiful. Don't take my word for it. You can ask around. We can ask one of two of our most loyal employees, Nono and Marguerite, our little donkeys on property. They've been with us for more than 12 years, I think. And they love, as you can see on this picture, they love to greet our little guests. We are definitely family friendly, family oriented. We have plenty of activity for kids. It comes just from this walk in the park to greet the donkeys, the surprise that they can find in the rooms, activities that we can organize with our concierge. So yes, we are definitely a family-oriented property. Yes, Chateau de Rives is a beautiful, charming retreat in the heart of Normandy. That should definitely be on your bucket list when you will come back to France. Thank you. And so now we will move to the Chateau de Fonscolombe, and we will go to the last property of 12 collection right next to Aix-en-Provence. Thank you, Joyce. So yeah, that was the introduction about Fonscolombe. So we are making our way down south of France, and I will now share my screen so we can see the presentation together. Here we go. So Chateau de Fonscolombe, it's also part of Relais Chateau, same as the Chateau de Drieux, though it's a much more recent addition to Relais Chateau portfolio. It has been Relais Chateau since 2018. This is the Chateau de Fonscolombe. It's a 17th century chateau built in a typical Quattrocento style, which has a lot to offer also. Let's just take a look about the location first, and then we'll go in detail about the chateau itself. So we are in Provence. We are right next to Aix-en-Provence. Aix-en-Provence is 20 minutes away only. Marseille is quite close also. It's 35, 40 minutes driving or by train from Marseille. And that can definitely be a combination with Paris also. I mean, Paris taking the French high-speed train, the TGV, which is a beautiful scenery. I mean, across the country, it's beautiful. Just to take the train, it's a journey in France, and this is thanks to our beautiful country. It's 3 hours away from Paris to join Marseille, and then the connection is easy from Marseille to the chateau. It can also be a very good combination with the French Riviera, and I'm sure François will mention that a little bit later. But Nice is 1 hour 40 to 2 hours away by train or by car, so that this is quite close. Also, you can stay in the Chateau de Fonscolombe and enjoy what Provence or French Riviera has to offer. Here on the on the screen on the top, you can see this is a view. This is a picture taken from the chateau. So we have a view on the famous Saint Victoire mountains directly from the chateau, and on the bottom, a typical what we all know, the lavender field, the purple lavender field from Provence. It's actually the Abbaye Notre Dame de Cinq, which is one of the oldest and most famous abbey in France. So the scenery in Provence is breathtaking. It is beautiful. You have a lot of things to do. The weather is always nice, and it's so nice to have such a property located in the heart of Provence like this. Closer look to the chateau, as I was saying in the introduction. So the chateau dates back from the 17th century. It's built in a typical what we call Quattrocento style. So it's a Toscan art. With this specific color, the statue, which represent usually nude, well, male nudes that you can see on property. It was owned originally by the Saporta and Fonscolombe family. It was built, as I mentioned, as a private home. It was purchased, renovated, and designed as a hotel by the actual owner. It was reopened as a hotel in 2017, after more than 3 years and 20 million euro investment to make it one of the most luxury property in this little part of Provence here. It's a beautiful, it's such a charming place. It has so much character. It has a lot to offer, and it's surrounding a bit like Codet. It's surrounding. It's in an amazing park, beautifully maintained. The park itself of the chateau is listed as a historical monument, and the park itself is 10 acres. But as you can see on this picture, we are surrounded by vineyards. And these are our own vineyard that we own, and we produce our own wine, the wine of the vin de Fonscolombe, wine of Fonscolombe, and we do the 3 colors, the red, the white, and the rosé. Of course, the rosé is the most demanded, is the most famous because we're in Provence. We even do magnum of rosé, very nice by the swimming pool, by the way.
It's the best rosé ever. I have to interject. Okay, bye.
When it comes to rosé, you can definitely trust Joyce, I think. So,
yay!
We produce our own wine. We serve it to our own property, and we actually serve the same wine in the other hotels of the collection. So you have a little touch of Provence if you're staying at the Cinq in Paris or the Rives in Normandy. So a lot of space around us, and we own all this space around us. The park itself is beautiful to see, and it's a wonder. So the original family, the Fonscolombe, was composed of researchers, humanists, as we call it in French, and vegetal researchers. So the park is composed of more than 180 different vegetal essences altogether. We have more than 4 kilometers of alley altogether, just for our guests to walk around, to stroll, to discover on the property what Provence has to offer. On this picture, we even see our own chapel, which was renovated, and we can celebrate weddings here in our own chapel on the domain of the property. And now we enter the chateau. So this is the first level of the chateau itself. When it was renovated, we renovated the chateau, and we created an extension on the left part of the chateau that we'll discover a bit later. And the little salon, so we have 3 main individual salons on the first floor of the chateau. They are at the disposal of our guests to enjoy, to discover la vie de chateau, but the castle life, but the Provençal part of it, the South of France part of the vie de chateau. They can enjoy the salon, they can sit down, have a tea time there. We can serve food there also. So they are at the disposal of our guests. In terms of accommodation, again, we are a small hotel. We have 50 rooms and suites altogether. All rooms and suites are different. They offer a different night vibes, different atmosphere. They are quite spacious. Again, we start at 350 square feet for the smallest room of the property. A good high below ceiling. You will find in all rooms and suites of the property this typical floor, this tomate rouge, this red floor from Provence, which one of the good thing of it is that it's very fresh to walk on it barefoot in the peak of summer. It's very nice. It's refreshing the room. They all have a very good vibes. They're all beautifully maintained, very nicely arranged, all have been renovated. Everything is working, everything is, the service is so nice. You have all the equipment that you want to find in a top 5-star property. You even have this little USB switch, so you don't have you coming from the States. You don't need to switch from one converter to another. You directly switch you directly plug your iPhone in the wall. I mean, it's so practical for a 17th century building. I mean, it's so nicely done. Here we have a picture of one of our bathroom with the standing bathtub, the old-time standing bathtub, the sink. So a little reminder of the old times here. Also, it has a lot of character. It's one way to describe it. And this is one of our family suites. Again, we are very family oriented. We have a lot of connecting possibilities. Everything can be confirmed, guaranteed at time of reservation, of course. Each family suite, so these rooms, these suites, these units are in the extension of the property on the left side of the hotel, of the chateau, as I was saying before. They can accommodate up to 5 persons each, and they all have their own private terrace directly in the garden, where we can serve the private breakfast here. We can even do the private barbecue directly here on your terrace when you step out of your room. And it's, I mean, what is a better feeling than to wake up in the morning in Provence? You just hear the sound of the bird in the morning. You have the smell of the coffee and the croissant when you wake up. I mean, it's such a nice feeling. So talking about the croissant and the food, we can jump right away into the restaurant, l'Orangerie, which is located in the main part of the chateau, and it opens on the entire garden of the hotel, where we usually, most of the time, we serve the food outside. Because the weather is so nice in Provence, so we usually serve in the gardens right next to the pond, right next to the water. But when it comes to the food and beverage, it's kind of the same as in Audrieux. We do everything tailor-made. We do everything à la carte. If a client asks us something very special, we will do it. We see here the type of food that we do, so it's very Provençal, it's very South of France oriented, but it's a very generous meal. It's kind of the thing that you would cook at home, that your mother would cook. And we can even do our own Madeleine de Proust somehow. So it means that some of our guests would ask us, oh, can you, from my childhood memory, have this kind of meal, etc. And our chef would be more than happy to cook it his way with his own ingredient and to serve it on the terrace of our clients. So we do everything tailor-made. This picture perfectly illustrates it. I mean, we can serve the food here for a romantic dinner under the trees. If the client wants to have what we serve as a menu for lunch and wants to have it as a picnic in a small basket in the garden, we can do that also. So we do everything tailor-made and à la carte for our clients. And as I was saying, so we produce our own wine, and yeah, you heard Joyce, she's a fan. This is the wine of Fonscolombe that we will serve across our properties into our collection. We have our own spa on property. With a single treatment room, a double treatment room. We have our own fitness center, of course, here. So it's a nice addition. It's always nice to have when it's part of your journey here on the south of France. And plenty of things to do on property. We have, I would say that the ideal length of stay here in Fonscolombe is between 4 and 5 nights. It's very good to enjoy Provence. Plenty of things to do on property. You can go in the salon and play snookers if you want to. We have a nice area dedicated for kids. So this is one of the salons in the chateau, which is dedicated really for the kids with games and activities. You can go outside and play the famous Provençal pétanque, of course. You can take the picnics, the food from the restaurant in this basket and take it with you in the gardens. Take one of the bikes that we have at disposal for our guests and just walk around and just ride around the domain and the countryside around the chateau, or as I was saying before, have your own barbecue on your suite terrace. And you can see here our chef Quentin, who will be more than happy to make the barbecue for you in person. And of course, what would be a resort in the south of France without its own pool? So it's in the garden. It's open during the entire opening period of the property. It's similar to Audrieux, so we open usually from March to December. The pool is heated only in shorter season. During the high season, of course, we don't need it because the weather is so nice. We have service around the swimming pool, so you can definitely enjoy a glass of Fonscolombe rosé with your just having just a dip in the water at the same time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time today. That was the free properties of 2L collection. Now I will let François introduce his properties in south of France, which are not too far. And I'm more than happy to let him speak now. I mean, both François and I are very good friends. We've been traveling a lot together, and I'm happy that that his journey ends in the French Riviera in a beautiful journey. Thank you very much.
Just one word, Francois, before you begin. As many of you know, I was there this summer, late summer, early fall, and I did the drive from Fonscolombe to the Côte d'Azur and to the Belle Rives. And it's a beautiful way to travel. It's easy, it's relaxed, the roads are great, and it's truly, as Guillaume said, a short ride. And so now it's my great pleasure and privilege to introduce my dear friend who needs no introduction, really, François Gély, who will present to you his two beautiful projects, Belle Rive and the Hotel Juana. François?
Yes, hello everyone. So first of all, I'm very happy to see some familiar faces. Happy to be with you tonight. And then Guillaume, a very warm welcome back to France. I'm very happy and I already think about our next trip to the US for next year. So I will launch a new presentation, but it seems that I try to share my screen.
My dear, it should be the little green button at the bottom of the screen. Do you see it?
Yeah. I come back in a second. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Sorry for that. I should be there, and let me share my screen. Which is there. And it should be ready. Sorry for that. So I'm, for people who doesn't me already, I'm François. I have the pleasure to be working for the Belle Rive and the Juana in the south of France since almost 7 years from now. So the French Riviera is, as you know, one of the most ultimate luxury destinations in Europe for summer times. So I'm sure you all went already and you're very familiar with the destination. So just a very quick update. All to reach us. So the French Riviera and especially the Cap d'Antibes, we are 25 minutes from Nice International Airport. So Nice Airport is the French largest airport after Paris, De Gaulle and Orly. And we're covering 115 direct destinations, mainly in Europe, but not only. And it has been confirmed already that for next year, you can already book them on GDS. I checked this morning. So the Delta flight out of JFK, New York is back on a daily basis from April to late October out of JFK, New York. And we have a second flight from La Compagnie, which is an all business class airline. We're gonna fly 5 times a week, non-stop service from Newark to Nice. Then you can use Nice Airport to discover all over Europe. It's 15 flights a day minimum to go to London. We have flight daily to go to Mykonos, to go to Ibiza, to go to Marbella. So it's very easy to use Nice Airport as a hub to your travel in Europe. Being located on the Belle Rive in Cap d'Antibes, you are right in the middle of the French Riviera. It's 30-40 minutes drive to go to Nice. Nice is a city, is the 5th largest city of France. I love going there just for one day. The Baie des Anges is amazing color of the blue water. You can go to the floral market as well. Then one day to sample the Vence, to enjoy all the craftsmen and the narrow streets. Monaco would be 40-45 minutes by the motorway. So I don't know exactly what the client wants to do in Monaco, but at least Monaco could be used as well for pre or post cruise. Cannes, it's literally 15 minutes away from the Belle Rive and 7 minutes by train, which is one of the ultimate destinations in south of France for high-end shopping and entertainment. And then you can go to Grasse, which is the worldwide capital of fragrance to do your own perfume. Saint-Tropez, which is not officially as a French Riviera, Saint-Tropez, I will highly recommend it to go as either as a combined destination or to a day trip. If you want to spend a day in Club 55 on the afternoon, going to the market in the morning, my opinion is better to charter a yacht to go to Saint-Tropez. Train is a good option to visit France. You know that we are very proud of the train system in France when we are not a strike. So it's 5 hours to go to Paris, door to doors. Keep in mind that France is a small country. So within 5 hours, you literally cross two-thirds of the country. And Marseille is 1 hour, 30 minutes by train as well. And even if you want to go to Aix-en-Provence to reach Fonscolombe, it will be 1 hour, 30 minutes and 2 hours to go to Avignon. So our first property, which is the iconic Hotel Belle Rive, which is a proud member of Virtuoso, Signature, Traveler Made, and Travel Leaders. So a little bit of everything. And a small luxury hotel of the world as well. So the Belle Rive opened in 1929. So it's one of the oldest property in the south of France. Before being an hotel, the Belle Rive was the Villa Saint-Louis, which was the residence of the American author F. Scott Fitzgerald. So this is where he lived for 2 years. And this is where he wrote one of his masterpieces, Thunder in the Night. I'm sure you read Thunder in the Night, maybe in college. The opening line of the book are the exact description of the hotel at that time. Then, this is as well where F. Scott started to write The Great Gatsby. So cheers to you, and I assure you that we are doing some very, very good Gatsby party at the Belle Rive. So the hotel is not seasonal. We open from March to the following January. And that's unique key selling point. Everything can be outdoor. We have 4 outlets, 4 terraces, a private beach, and everything can be outdoor. I will ask you to be a little bit indulgent today. I just tried to do a new presentation with only clients' picture from Instagram. So I will try to describe what is, on my opinion, a perfect day at the Belle Rive. So once you get your beauty sleep at the Belle Rive, in our newly renovated room, then you can enjoy an amazing sunrise from your balcony. Then it's time for breakfast. So you can enjoy a very healthy breakfast on the terrace. Once your day already starts, which is really part of the DNA of the hotel, it's to do some water ski. And Mario, no comment with the guy. Water ski is literally part of the DNA of the property. The water ski worldwide has been created in the Belle Rive in 1932. So we don't do the pyramid every day, which is what we do for Bastille Day. So don't try to look for me on the picture. I'm more on the side, enjoying a glass of rosé. And we do stand-up paddle, we do wakeboard, a little bit of everything, except jet ski. So once you're very exhausted after your water ski morning, why not enjoying a lunch outside by the water on a beach restaurant? A very healthy lunch, as you can see, with some Buddha bowl or salads, or our client are enjoying as well some grilled fish. After a nice lunch, best is to go by the beach to rest yourself and to chill out on the jetty, or maybe enjoy a swim. Or just party with your friend on the beach as well. You can do a short walk, maybe for shopping, I don't know, or to enjoy one of the best sunsets you will never saw from the hotel. Then, after a busy day, it's time for yourself to make you fabulous, as Andy McDowell, at the Belle Rives, to enjoy either a glass at the bar or one of the two outlets we offered for dinner, either the beach restaurant, which is very good for half-board, or La Passagère, which is a one Michelin star restaurant, open days a week, dinners only. These two different dishes are my favorites. The truffle pie, which is right now, and the lemon soufflé. As one of the clients told me once, I would love to sleep in that soufflé. Very good. So you can enjoy dinner either inside or outside on the terrace under the stars. Oh. As you know, we have two properties. The Belle Rives is more it's iconic and flagship properties open all year round, but a very short walk from the Belle Rives, literally 2 minutes walking distance, you do have the Hotel Juana. Hotel Juana is 40 room and suite, is a little bit more low profile from the Belle Rives, but it could be a great opportunity for your clients if you have either for family or long stay, pre or post cruise. The Juana is very good. The Juana is open for Easter to late October and is just facing the Pine Park of Jean-les-Pins. So between the Belle Rives and the Juana, it's no more than 2 minutes, 2 minutes walk. All the bathrooms have been renovated, always double sink, separate shower and walking bath. Some suite as well, which is up to 500 square feet. And the restaurant is open to a garden as well. Keep in mind that Belle Rives and Juana, it's like a resort. We have two properties at 2 minutes walking distance. So when you stay, once you stay in one property, you have access to facilities, to restaurant, to private beach, to the other one. Everything is centralized. You just have to charge on your room bill. Thank you.
So I made a little bit of a mistake and I forgot to ask if anybody had questions for Guillaume. And then Francois and Guillaume, I believe, have a little something, correct? Am I wrong, Beth? Did I mess up?
They put together a wonderful prize. I'm going to pick the winner. The lucky winner.
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the ski instructor.
Beth, before you announce the winner, are there any questions? Does anyone have any questions for either?
The question is, who's the winner? Anyone?
No questions?
Not quite. Okay.
Okay. So Guillaume and Francois have put together a wonderful trip to visit all of the properties showcased today. And the winner is, let me see, number 30, Shani LaPlume. Hold on, can I
will get her. Hold on one second.
Shani.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes.
Well, you're going to have a lot of fun, Shani.
I think I might have to go with her. Shani, so Francois and Guillaume are BFs, Shani and I are BFs. So I'm coming along.
I haven't won anything, and you should see how many webinars I've joined this whole pandemic.
Well, you got a great one at the last one. I think that you should take Beth because she hasn't seen any of the hotels yet.
Oh, okay. Sold. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Congratulations. You guys, it's really been a wonderful 3-week experience. And, you know, as I said at the beginning of our webinar, it was so heartwarming to end with Francois and Guillaume and the Côte d'Azur, and of course, Normandy and Paris and all of these wonderful destinations throughout France. And we thank you for participating. Many of you have been on all 3 weeks, which is also wonderful. And I'll let Joyce let you know. We'll do a very thorough follow-up and you'll receive all of the presentations and everything. Joyce, I leave that to you.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining. As with all of the sessions, I will follow up with a link to the recordings, just in case if you missed any portions. And thank you so very much for joining us. If there are any questions or if there's anything that you need, any presentations, any images, everyone that's on here does have my email. I know that the invitation came from me. Please reach out to me for anything that you need. And again, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Guillaume. Thank you, Francois. Thank you, Angela, Beth, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.